Hey guys, goldfries here, and in today's video I'm going to talk about the recent scam case that happened here in Malaysia. Now this is not a widespread news, at least not outside or on various news portals, but it is something known over the tech enthusiasts, specifically PC tech enthusiast community, because it actually happened in a group where a bunch of people were scammed some RM 100,000. Now that's super lot of money. So how did this happen? I'm not in the group, but based on the information I got is that this person was selling Intel Core i7 processor, was it 87 or whatever high-end models? It was an i7 processor. He was selling it at below 1,000. Now this processor typically retails at around 1,005, and he was selling it at RM 900 something, and that's very attractive. And I was told that he was also selling some rigs that are worth RM 8,000 something at far less price, maybe 4,000 plus, 5,000. So again, super huge amount of discount, and people bought into it, literally banked in, and it was never delivered. Now those who are in the group, and there are those who are, I would say, have some red flag raised. They are typically sellers or people who run shops. Even like myself, I know that if anyone is trying to sell you an Intel processor at very low price, it's literally impossible. First things first, Intel's processor is of shortage worldwide, including Malaysia. It's very difficult to get Intel processors. Second thing, if any shop has an Intel processor, it is very likely they will get you to bundle that processor with a board, not separately, because if they just sell you the processors, they will not be able to move the Intel boards at all. So now back to this matter. So they were duped into banking in the money, and they're not getting it. So I have the posting, the reference and all that. I won't post the details of the scammer and the group, everything about it. I don't think there's a need to, because the news is still developing. We don't know whether that is really, I don't know whether that's really the person or not. I'm just, to be on the safe side, let's not go into those details. But just so you know, never ever commit yourself banking in large sum of money to someone you don't know and on deals that seem too good to be true. Now you might also be wondering that why did people bank in so confidently? Well, another information I got is that this person at the start managed to gain confidence by actually selling things cheap. So after getting the confidence of the group, then he starts this the scam part. So this is his modus operandi. He starts by gaining confidence, and then once that part is done, you start another stage of selling and gets people to bank in. But this is not uncommon. I know it's 2018 now, but this is not uncommon. It is this is typically the practice of scammers. They get people to they gain people's confidence before getting you to part with your money, and typically they prey on greed. I'm sorry to say that, but typically the people who got scammed are people who are, how to put it better, greedy maybe, or they just want value for money. Maybe greedy is not the right, maybe the word to use may not be, may not apply to everyone, but everyone has a reason. Some people, they have some money, they are thinking they want to upgrade, and opportunity comes, good price, why not? Take the risk, and that's when they get burned. So in my opinion, when you see things are too good to be true, maybe you better just hold off or buy it from a reputable seller at SRP is still better, you know. At least you get the assurance, you know, that it's an make sure it's an official unit, that you get all the warranty and you'll be safe. Because some people, scammers, they may claim it's an original unit, but it could be a parallel import with no warranty or whatever else, and you'll be stuck. Because if it's a parallel import unit and you have a problem, the official distributors will not be handling the case. So basically, do not ever go into something that's deals that are too good to be true, unless of course you know it's a reputable seller. I mean, for example, sometimes some shops do clearance, like they had the recent Black Friday sale where there's discount. Those are real. And like for myself, I do sell stuff on my Facebook page and recently on Carousel. I'm going to put the links somewhere around. So even for me, I do sell, and I do sell at super discounted price for things that I've reviewed or own, and the discounts can be some anywhere to 30% to even close to 50% depending on the product and all that. So but this is not a promo video, okay, but it's just to share to you that sometimes there are still good deals around, really, whether it's a personal or because the company is doing a clearance sale. There are, but when it comes to individual sellers, be careful, especially when it comes to requiring you to bank in before the item is delivered. You need it's better to if you go through online platform, there's at least some, I believe there's at least some form of protection depending on where do you go to. I mean, if you go on a forum, I'm so sorry to say that forums typically will not be responsible for your activity. But for example, if you buy from online, like say maybe Lazada, they do have buyer protection, and so on and so forth. Do calculate your gains and losses. You can. There are good deals. For example, I have a separate topic altogether, but take for example graphics cards that were used for mining. They typically go at a very cheap price, and if you know what to do, you can actually get cards very cheap. But whether or not all these things are in favor to you or not, it really, there's no way to guarantee. So basically, online trade, especially in this kind of situation where people ask you to bank in full amount without showing you the goods and anything else, it's a little risky. I mean, you're better off, if possible, if there really is such a good deal, request for a cash on delivery trade. But at least you get to hold the goods, inspect it. You may not be able to power on the processor, but at least you know that's at least you get to meet and typically get to see the product. This is unfortunately for the COD thing, it is a little bit, I would say, it's a disadvantage, especially if the seller is over here in Kuala Lumpur and you're in Penang or somewhere, Johor, and then it's not worth the distance to travel. So, what do you think? Overall, I'd say when there are deals that are too good to be true, it's time to be careful. Oh, speaking of which, I just remembered, before this case in Malaysia, there was also another case over in another Facebook group. Of course, I'm not going to name it. It's in another Facebook group that had a similar case, but it's for that case, it's not a localized trade, but rather that trade happens to be worldwide. A person over at some place says that he can get some AMD graphics card at a really good price, and there are many people around the world interested and paid up. To what I know, only a few people got the card. The rest of them, they did not get the card. They did not get the refund at all. So it boils down to, again, trust. You see, even in that group, that person managed to gain trust before the trade starts, you know, he was participating in a group, contributing everything else, looks like a genuine member. And then after that, in comes the trade. Hey, I am working at here and this place. I managed to I can get good deals for a certain card. It looks very attractive. That even with the price and shipping, it's worth it. So and that's how he ended up managed to con many people to banking in. Like what I said earlier about distance. In this case, you can't have cash on delivery, so you just bank in based on trust. And unfortunately, this is how most scammers operate. And what can I say? Everything when it comes to online deals like this, there is a risk involved. So know your stuff, and if you are not willing to lose that money, then please just go ahead, save up another month or two, go for an original unit where you can buy from a shop, even if it's SRP, or wait for a sale or something. It's still better than banking in money to someone you don't know but you trust based on their online personality, and there is always a risk that you will be burned. Alright, so that's it for this video. I'm sorry if it seems like I'm heading everywhere, because I am. It's not scripted, and as you can see, this is one of those videos that I'd like to do more, where I talk, sharing my opinion rather than keep on having product reviews, right? So alright, that's it for this video. Do leave your thoughts and comments down below. Let me know if you personally or you know someone who actually experienced this kind of con case. What's their modus operandi? Maybe I could make another video out of this matter. But as for those of you who are wondering why am I drinking this time, well, I just want to make it a little different, I guess. I like drinking my tea, and I thought having it just to be just for some refreshing myself and having something different on screen. A pot and a glass with tea rather than the usual tech stuff, other than the boxes behind me. So again, yes, let me know your thoughts and comments down below in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Yes, and remember, do not get scammed. Don't tell me that I've never informed you. And as for, if you like this video about scams and such, please do share this video. I could really use some shares. Thank you in advance. Sorry to extend this video a bit, but being goldfries, it's not just about tech reviews all the time. I want to make videos informative, such as this one. I want to get people to be more aware of the situation, more aware of the tech around, and this is one of the things we can say that we are being, how you say, that tech has got us into a predicament that we actually trust people based on just text and all that. We don't know the person in person, pun intended, and we just go based on their text and their social media and think, oh, this is a nice person, okay, I'm gonna bang into him, and bam, that's how we get hit. Alright, okay, I better stop extending my videos. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Do like, share, comment. I love to hear from you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.